All right, so welcome back to the Drive to Succeed podcast. We have the one and only Bev James on the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Danielle. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. So I believe it's the first time we actually met, and while recording, before recording, you shared to me a little bit about your business, yourself, and the coaching academy, which will come in a second and talk about that. But for our first time listeners who still doesn't know you, our audiences, because you're based in UK, can you tell us a little bit about who Bev James is?
So my link to the Coaching Academy, I'm CEO of the Coaching Academy. I also run another business, which is a talent management business, Bev James Management. And I have some amazing people in there, like Joe Wicks, Henry from Bosh, Caroline Hirons, Owen O'Kane, Ed Jackson. There's so many amazing people in that business as well. So they're like my stable of superheroes. So yeah, I'm just really passionate about business and passionate about helping people succeed.
So I'm just really curious about what is the age that you started your own business. I mean, it doesn't need to reveal your age, but what is the moment that decided to start your own business, and what is your background?
It depends how far back you want to go. I mean, I was desperate to have a horse when I was younger, and we didn't have money in my family, so my first business really was washing boats. There was a boat yard behind my house, and I just went and asked. They looked really dirty. Can I clean the boats? And I think I got 50p a boat. So that was probably my first job to save up. And when I eventually got a horse, which a family member actually lent us the money for, I then had to earn keep for that. So I gave people riding lessons on that. So I guess I've always been earning money. But my first job since school, and not a lot of people know this, I actually rolled out of school. I didn't go to university, and I went to the local factory, which was a paint stripper factory, and I was a machine operator.
Wow.
The paint stripper would burn my hands. It was smelly. I did have some amazing friends there, but that wasn't actually where I thought I would end up, but I did.
Understood. And from painting a machine operator in a factory, cleaning up boats, what is that one catalyst, that says, this is not my life, I wanted to change, from here? Is there like a scenario that happened?
Yeah, I think with the paint stripper factory, I literally got into a bit of a rut with it, but the money was good, the hours were short, but then I decided to retrain for something else. So I then went on a personal training course. I trained to be a fitness instructor.
Wow.
Back then it was aerobics, so I was an aerobic teacher, and I did that in the evenings. So I would leave the factory, go and wash off all the smell, and then go and be a gym instructor. And then that led on to a completely different path when I did that full time. And then I ended up managing gyms, and eventually, with my husband, running a chain of health clubs.
Wow.
So I guess there's an immersion, but I think the paint stripper factory was the pain point to say, okay, you don't know what you want to do particularly, but you know what you don't want to do. And then for me, doing something from being all smelly, and not a nice environment, the fitness environment seemed like a clean, healthy environment to be in.
Yes. So when you're running the fitness or the gym chain of gyms or health facility, when did the coaching academy starts?
So the Coaching Academy, I actually, again, I was looking for a change. So I'd been in the health club industry for maybe 10 years. And I was doing national sales and marketing for a chain. I'd been headhunted by other clubs as well. So I'd got as far as I could, and it all became really easy. And then I got a little bit bored. So I actually then went on a Coaching Academy course. I seen an advert. I went on the 2 days.
Understood. The company that you...
It is now my company.
Yes,
so
exactly.
yeah, I actually trained with them. And when I went on that course, and I'd been used to making a difference to businesses, and I've also, within the health clubs, I had beauty salons, I'd had a lot of experience. And I knew that I could make a difference to business, but when I went on the coaching course, I thought, wow, I found something special here. This is something that if I could really do this right, then I could put my head on my pillow at night and think, you did good, because you've helped someone be the best they can be. You've helped someone reach their potential. So that really excited me. And so then I decided to train and enroll on my next journey, which was as a life coach.
Perfect. And now that you're helping people as well discover their potential, can you tell us what are the top traits as a coach that you're looking for when, because there's a saying, when the student is ready, the master shows up. So,
I believe that, yeah.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts? I mean, what are the characteristics you're looking for, and, what are the traits that you can say, this guy is someone I can work with?
For me, somebody that I work with, I mean, my niche is quite special. I don't advertise myself as a life coach now.
Yes.
I'm working with the talent management business, but I've definitely got a coaching methodology to everything I do. And if I hadn't trained as a coach, I definitely wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now.
I see.
So I'm looking for people with a real passion for what they do. The people that I work with are on a mission. They're the right messenger, and they've got the right message. They're mission-led, and they want to change the world.
Yes.
And so I want to help them be even more seen, sought after, and successful.
Yes.
So with Henry and Ian from Bosh, who I'm here with now, we've done 3 books this year. They've got the best-selling vegan book of all time. They've got a TV show that's on a 10-part TV on primetime ITV.
I think you were also coined as the Millionaire Mentor.
Yeah, the Millionaire Mentor. I'm not sure who gave me that title actually, but I think when you none of my people have ever set out or come to me saying, "Can you make me a millionaire?" And if they did, I wouldn't be interested.
Yes.
What they want to do is to make a difference. So someone like Joe Wicks, who I've been working with for 10 years, Joe just wanted to, and he still says, if I can get one person exercising today, then I've done my job.
Yeah.
As it is, it's, like probably 4 million.
Yes.
So it's working with people that are on this mission. But of course, if you help people solve a big enough problem, and you monetize that as well, then money will come. And there's no embarrassment in that, because if it doesn't, you can't keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
And he's doing a schools hit tour where he'll go and help 10,000 children. He funds it himself.
Wow.
So, so I get really excited about helping other people make a difference.
Perfect. And you also have a book which is called Do It or Ditch It.
Do it or ditch it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe it's been published in 2011.
It was, yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the book?
So the book, the Do It or Ditch It title came about with a friend of mine kept saying that he wanted to start a business. Lovely guy. And every time we went out, he would say, "Oh, I've got this domain name, I've done this, I've done that," and we would talk about it. I said, "Okay, that's great." He used to have so many jobs, twice a year he'd change his job. He was working in different dress shops.
Yeah.
And he was going to have his own at one point. One day I sat down with him and I said, "Hey, look, it's great that you keep talking about this, and I will help you, but at some point you have to decide, either do it or just ditch it and stop talking about it. If you want to do it, I'll help you. If not, ditch it, and that's the end of it."
Yeah.
And he actually decided when he thought about it, he said, "You know what, I just like talking about it. I don't want to do it."
Yeah.
And now he's been in the same job for probably about 6 or 7 years. He's really climbed the ladder. He just liked talking about it, which was fine. So the premise of the book is, by the end of the book, you will be able to close it and know, okay, is this a do, in which case great, or is it a ditch? If it's a ditch, it might be that you go back with something else and you work through again.
Yes.
But that's really what it's all about.
And you help people to be clear on what their mission is, I assume. Because when I read the reviews online, they're saying that this is a book that every entrepreneur must read, or someone who's just starting out, because it's so practical. Can you tell us, more, what are the steps that are inside? Maybe just 1 or 2.
I think what makes it different is that, and I didn't want it to be a typical business book with, here's a business plan, so those things are available online, but via my website actually. But the first part of the book is really about you as the entrepreneur. So looking about your comfort zone.
Yes.
Where are you in your comfort zone? Because to be good in business, you have to get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. And it's looking at doing a personal SWOT analysis. Very often in business we do a business SWOT analysis, the strengths of the business, opportunities, weaknesses and threats. But what if you did that for you? What are your personal strengths, opportunities, weaknesses and threats? And so the first part is very much about the individual. I think that's probably what makes it different. And then obviously we go on to things like leadership and all of the practicalities around that.
Yes. And I think I what makes you so special is that you have a life coach background. So when you apply it in your talent management business, it's so easy. Not easy, I mean, it's more, you could say, fluent, that you're easy to, understand someone's pain point, how you can propel them forward.
Yeah, and I think as well, it's about limiting beliefs. Some people will procrastinate. If you do take somebody from scratch in talent management, and I think again that's probably something that I've done differently to a lot of other people, it's been able to take somebody from the beginning through. It's a new journey for them.
Yes.
So there can be limiting beliefs and there can be fears, but the end result, when you get someone that really reaches their potential and they've got something that makes a difference, then everybody's happy.
And did some of your clients just say, Bev, I already reached what I'm planning to do, so what's next?
For them, oh, there's always something to do. I mean, one of my amazing clients, Owen O'Kane, he's written a book called 10 to Zen. He used to be the clinical lead in the NHS for mental health, a full-time job. He's written a book which is now in 14 languages, 13 countries, and that's the other way around, sorry, it is 14 languages and 13 countries. And someone like him, there's no limit, because then you're on the speaking circuit, and then there's another book coming out which is 10 times happier, and you keep changing the world, and then there might be an online program that you build. So I think there's always another layer, and again with his mission, he just wants to just help one person a day, if need be. So
and your talent management, what is the name of it?
It's my name. It's Bev James Media Management. I didn't want to call it at the beginning, so it's me.
So anyone who wanted to take their business to the next level, they come to you, or just starting out?
I think, I mean, for me at the moment, I've got my stable of superheroes, and I'm not actually looking to take on new people at the moment. So I think the book is probably a good place to start, because then they can work through. And like you said, even if you're at the beginning of the journey or just assessing where you are now, it's still actually a good place to start. Or go on the Coaching Academy. We have a 2-day course. It's free. It's the one that I went on.
Really?
It's all over the country in the UK. Maybe we should bring it to Dubai. But as I said, without that, I definitely wouldn't be able to do what I do, and I don't think I'd be able to make the difference that I do with my people if I didn't have the coaching methodology.
Awesome. And I'm just really curious as well, because especially here in UAE, there are tons of life coaches that is certified, or even got certified from ICF. But one of the main challenges for life coaches is that they're having a hard time to make it a business, to make it a full-time gig for them. So what are your thoughts on that, and what can you advise?
I would always say, when you start as a coach, and again, I had a full-time job when I started, and I always think it's good to do something part-time to start with. So I would do it after work. So that would be from 6 till 9 o'clock at night. I would do that maybe 2 or 3 nights a week on a Saturday. So I would say build the business alongside your full-time work. But you need to find, I know coaches, it drives them insane when we keep saying this word, but you do need to find your niche. And for mine, it was coaching entrepreneurs. And with the business background, I understood what their challenges were, and I was excited about hearing about it. So, and it's so much easier now. I mean, you've got social media. You can connect with the right people. There are so many podcasts that you can listen to, but you need to get comfortable with marketing. And I think with coaches, the main problem is they think, okay, I'll put up a website, everyone will come. Well, they're not going to come. So you need to be seen and sought after, be successful. So work out what it is that you feel you need to do. Is it doing podcasts? Is it being a guest on someone else's podcast? If you're not confident in that, who can help you? Go into networking groups. It's quite easy now to find out where people hang out that you want to coach. So if I wanted to coach entrepreneurs, that's easy, isn't it? There's chat rooms, there's forums, there's events, there's conferences. So I think the main thing is be seen yourself, because otherwise people don't know what you do. And I think as well, don't be too modest. If you've got the cure for the common cold, you shout it out. And if you can help someone, then you need to write articles about it, blog about it, put it on social media.
Understood. And also you mentioned about helping people, because I'm in visibility. One thing that I really teach people about visibility is there's one word. There are 5 F's, but one of them is fellowship. So I always keep telling people who attend my talks is that fellowship with your customers or your prospects online and offline. Be sure where they are, be there.
Absolutely, and I think as well, and this is something I think a lot of people get wrong with networking events. And when I used to go to networking events, some people go, and I've been pinned in a corner with somebody trying to show me something on an iPad. You need to look at this. Here's my card. I think, well, I'm going to throw it away as soon as you walk away from me, because I don't know why you're even speaking to me. Whereas if you go with the intention, especially as a coach, and think, okay, how can I possibly help you? Listen to them, ask them what their challenges are, and don't make it about you, make it about them, because the more you're interested in someone else, the more interesting you become.
Yes.
And I think if there's one top tip for coaches in networking, that would be it.
And who helped Bev James?
Do you know, so many people have helped me along the way. In my early days as a coach, and I had a terrible fear of public speaking, which was why I went along when I'd signed up as a coach, and I offered to help out for free at the weekends. So obviously this is a company that I now own, but I was putting the brochures on the seats, I was making tea for trainers. But part of the reason I was doing it, I wanted to get comfortable in that environment so that one day if I got the opportunity to be at the front of the room, it wouldn't be as scary.
Yeah.
And I used to be terrified. My kneecaps would jump up and down, my stomach would spin cycle 10. So the first, I'm thinking, okay, who could help me with that? And one of the trainers, Pam Lidford, she took me under her wing. She's still a really good friend today. So I would watch, okay, what is she doing? How is she approaching this? People like Anne Skidmore, you know, Sarah Urquhart, you know, they were all great. So, but sometimes you then get to the stage where you think, okay, well, I know that. Who's now helping me?
Yes.
Jamie Constable's been a great help to me. He's the VC who was the backer behind the Coaching Academy, but I bought him out.
Yeah.
But again, I learned so much from him. James Kahn from Dragon's Den. I don't know if people know who he is here, but he was, you know, again, a really good support and help. So, but I would always be thinking, you know, what can I do to help them first? I think when people approach someone and say, I need your help, I need to ask you this question, I need that. That's not attractive.
Yes, exactly.
You know, turn it round. What can you do to help someone else first?
Awesome. And what's your greatest failure?
Do you know, I've been asked this question so many times and I keep trying to come up with a really good answer. And the reason I can't is because I don't actually associate with that word. And I don't associate with failure. Obviously things have not always gone as planned.
Yeah.
But I just think sort of dust yourself off and carry on. I don't think of anything as a failure. That doesn't mean I've never failed.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, looking back, even the days in the factory, I was there for far too long. I wish I'd had the book, you know, if I had to do it or ditch it then, maybe I would have made a move quicker. So yeah, I struggle with that question because it's not something that I allow in. And I think because I don't allow it in, that also helps you to bounce back an awful lot quicker.
Understood. So you don't associate yourself with failure, but rather a stepping stone on each.
Yeah, if something didn't go right, you know, people might see it as a failure. It's just a thing. It's an event. It's something that happened.
Yes.
I don't label things. Okay, that was a failure.
Let me ask you a question. Who are your inspirations now? Why do you still do what you do right now?
Oh, do you know, my inspiration are my clients. So although I might be their manager, book agent, mentor, coach, all those things, mum, I guess, all those things. They're my inspiration. I learn from them all the time. And I think that's why it's great that I've got, you know, this stable of people that are so incredible.
Yes.
Because, you know, even with the stuff that Joe's doing now, you know, it's amazing. Henry and Ian from Bosh, Owen, I learned from all of them. And I think I'm a better person having them in my life.
Awesome. So before my final question, I just want to acknowledge you for sharing your journey with us and
thank you so much,
being
Danielle.
so kind to be early.
Oh, no problem.
And also, you know, coming out from that paint factory and without you coming out not from Paint Factory, Joe, Bosh, they wouldn't exist.
Oh, I'd still be there with my hairnet and my gloves. It wasn't a good look.
Awesome. So my last and final question to you, sorry, where can people find you and know more about your work? BevJames.com?
Yeah, now that website, that was there to promote the book, but yeah, BevJames.com is still there, and there are resources there, so if somebody wants to download a competitor analysis or a business plan, you know, there are resources.
And if they want to get in touch with you?
Social media, Instagram, it would be great. So it's Bev_James. So yeah, it'd be lovely to. And I connect with a lot of people on social media. It's a really nice way to do it.
Awesome. So my last and final question to you is: if everything is stripped away from you, your business, your talent management business, your clients, and you need to start all over again, what would be your main drive to succeed?
My main drive to succeed is, I think there's just the engine's running. I have to be doing something, achieving something, stretching myself, and evolving. Yeah. So I think I wouldn't, even if I had, you know, so much money, I didn't have to work again, there's still going to be that engine running to raise the bar every year. So there would be the financial driver. If I've lost everything, like you say, I need to get myself some shoes and handbags as well. So there would be that, but I would still make sure that I was doing something that I was really passionate about, because that is what drives you through the hard times.
Awesome. So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you.